Hello and welcome into this special edition of the Level Up Creator Support. We are starting at a new time today because we got a lot going on. And I see you guys already in the chat. But first, before we get started, let me introduce this fella that's over here. Big Easy Slots, my boy Sergio up in the house. How you doing?
Good. Doing well. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys for being here today on this particular stream. I don't know how long I have wanted to do this stream, but it's something that's very important for new channel creators and even existing creators that come in and want to do well. Sometimes it doesn't move as fast as we want it to, and so we escalate it a little faster ourselves by making some purchases that we're going to talk about tonight. The great thing about tonight, though, is we're not making judgment. We're not placing judgment on anybody that has or have or will buy subscribers. What we are giving you is simply our opinions based on being YouTube creators here on the platform and the best way to get out of it if you're in this situation, because that is one of the hardest things about buying subscribers. Once you get into this situation, how do you get out of it? And that's what we're here to talk about with you here in the chat today. Sergio, we're welcoming in Cindy A, Cooking with Net TV, Oklahoma Casino Reviews. Kelly Caldwell, you're the topic. Jump in whenever you're ready. Jump into the panel. You have the link on your Facebook Messenger. We'll be ready to receive you. Danny D, the super supporter, and Chef Sean. Welcome, you guys.
Yeah, all great channels.
Amazing channels, and they're so diverse in their niche. I mean, we have Chef Sean. I don't even know how he does it. This guy works all day long and then comes home and will prepare meals for us on his YouTube channel. Chef Sean, you know what? I would love to get you onto this panel to talk about a few things. Melvin Slots in the house. El Guedo Slots in the house. Appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to do something that I've never done before, Sergio. How about that?
Let's do it.
I'm going to drop this live stream link in the chat, and those that want to chime in on this topic can jump in with us.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's
Are we ready for that, though?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let me tell you this. If Big Easy Slots says it's a good idea, Slot Sister's going to do it. I'm all backwards. So if Big Easy says it's a big idea, we're going to do it. So let me drop this in the stream. We're going to do something completely different, and we're going to let everybody in on this conversation. But the basis of this whole conversation today is to help my friend, Kelly Caldwell, out of the predicament that he's in. We want to give him actual subscribers that support him and are positive in his stream. I would love for him to jump in as soon as he's ready to give us a back history, because he has been through so much, and even other channel creators have taken him through so much, but they haven't taken the steps forward to say, look, let me help you out of this by doing this, by encouraging this, and by giving you this. They could give out shout outs to him every day. I don't see his page tagged enough. And there's just so much that we can do as creators to help other creators. And that's what we're here for on the Level Up Creator Support. Welcome in, Nitro Freak and Cindy A. Girl, if I missed you, welcome in. I always appreciate you coming in. All right, I'm about to drop this link to the stream, and let's get some people in here to give us some great ideas. Big Easy, if you were in this situation, do you have anything that you would offer to them that you would do in this particular situation relating to maybe having subscribers that were purchased at once, but now you're trying to just move forward with your channel? What would you do?
Well, I think that you need to become part of the community, right? So the community is regional, it's national. We're lucky enough, myself and Slot Sisters, belong to a pretty good community here in Southern California. We have friends out on the East Coast, in the Midwest, in Texas. But when you become part of these little communities, right, you can get support within those communities, right? And we have channels all different sizes, from barely starting out to channels that have 50,000 subscribers, and we all help each other out. We all give each other shout outs. When we get close to goals, we really push the channels to get there. You
Yes.
know, and I think that's the most important thing. The thing with the buying subscribers is they're not. If you need them, you're short on time, whatever, but you're not going to get participation, right? So you need the views on your channel, and you need the participation and stuff. Um, Also, I don't do a lot of lives, but I see the channels that are growing fast are channels that upload stuff every day and channels that do a lot of lives. So those are good drivers. And then using other social medias. I use TikTok a lot to grow my base. So
See, and you use TikTok to grow your base. I'm a fanatic about Facebook. But one day I accidentally, or well, I purposely, but it became an accident, dropped over 100 of my links into 100 groups. Those groups are basically spammed with all those people trying to get other people to buy subscribers. So what they did was they came over to my stream and they liked it. And I had like, I don't know, it was an abundance of likes. It was crazy because they were trying to get me to engage with them on the Facebook side.
yeah,
And then when I went live, I'm like, where's all the people that were liking my stuff? And so it dawned on me, okay, maybe that wasn't a great idea to drop 100 links into 100 different groups I had never been involved with and
right.
then try to go live with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
What I
it's a
do
learning
that,
curve, right?
yeah, what I do that has worked is on TikTok, I just direct message people, right? And in the direct message, I ask for their help. I basically say, "Hey, thank you for supporting me on TikTok and stuff. I'm trying to reach this goal on YouTube. I'd appreciate your help if you could subscribe for me on YouTube."
Right,
I don't do it all the
exactly.
time. I do it like once every couple of months. But I've gotten, like, my first run, I got 180 subscribers, right? My second run, I got 78 subscribers, and that's just you're just kind of copy and paste the same message and stuff. But go ahead and ask them for help. Tell them, look, this is why I'm doing it. I appreciate you helping me out on TikTok. If you can help
And
me out.
can you share me? Because the biggest thing is it's okay to ask other people to share you out because
Yeah,
shares is what gets us where we need to be, basically.
yeah. And use your community page, right?
Yes,
So if you have a community page, help out other channels and stuff, and they will do the same for you.
exactly.
You know.
Let's welcome in the man of the hour, Kelly Caldwell. Let's welcome him into the stream. I am so glad you're here with us.
Hey
Welcome,
Kelly, how you
Kelly.
doing?
Pretty good. How are you all? Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate that.
He always has an amazing smile and he's so positive in his streams. I'm actually a member of his because I just love the positivity he pushes out. He could just be talking to just me in the stream. And he's so positive that I'm just like, I'll just sit there and be like, oh, Kelly.
Mhm.
So it's
Well,
so
thank you.
glad to have you here on this stream tonight, Kelly.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate that. This was when you asked me to come on the panel. I was really honored for you to bring me on the panel because this is a very interesting discussion. And so I guess you want to ask me questions, or how do you want to go about
Well,
doing this?
what we really want to do, Kelly, I already know the backstory to what has happened. And interesting enough, that what the other gentleman that I was telling you about, Big Easy, Nitro Freak, is also here as well. So we, Kelly, are not in the same niche. We crossbred because you were doing channel shout outs. I ended up on your channel. I loved your positivity and I stayed there. That is just what I did. And you have several people that have done that. And so when I stayed on your channel, I started noticing that you were being tagged on another person's channel. It was Nitro Freak's channel. And so I started to watch because I have about 8 channels on YouTube, but this is the one that we do creator support. I
Oh,
know, 8 channels, I know.
wow, 8! Wow, I didn't know that.
Yes. So I started taking a look at it because being around for a while, you start to take notice of things, but you don't jump in and start igniting things. You kind of fall back and kind of watch how things play out. your situation was very interesting to me because at first I thought Nitro Freak had a financial investment into your channel, and then I realized no, he didn't. He was just like super invested for whatever reason. And so, and he's on the stream, Nitro Freak. If you want to jump in, please. I have been wanting to talk to you for quite some time. So I know you've seen me in the chats. My name is Slot Sister. I have the Level Up Creator Support as well as my own slot channel. I have my lifestyle channel. I have my hustle channel. There's just so many channels out there. So Nitro Freak, if you're in the chat, please, I encourage you. I did pin the link up there. Definitely jump in. So Kelly, basically Nitro Freak was invested in your channel because he said this guy bought a lot of subscribers and he has very minimal in his chats. Now, remember, I was one of those very minimals. I'm a real, actual person.
Yes,
and
you
I
are.
was engaging with a lot of real, actual people. You were literally connecting channels together amidst the numbers. When I jumped on your channel, I didn't even look at your numbers, to be honest. I didn't even notice it until he said something, and I went back to look at the subscriber numbers and was like, oh, okay, that's a big number. It's like double mine. So I was just like, dang, I'm hustling. so so you came back, and what happened after that? I'll let you tell the story from there, because you came back, you're like, look, I've had enough of this. I'm gonna do this.
Um, well, you mean like now because my channel, everything's kind of went down. Well, now I'm in the process of starting to ramp up my channel, and then I'm gonna well, see, that's the thing that I'm trying to excuse me, where I'm trying to figure out which way to go, because I don't want to do anything wrong, because Keith Jenkins is my biggest supporter. So he's donated a lot of money to my channel. So if he says something to me, I'm going to honor what he says. I'm going to listen to him. And he's fine with whatever I decide, as long as it's right for me and I can generate revenue. And that's what it boils down to. You can do these investments things, but you have to do it in the right way. But sometimes when you do things, the community kind of frowns upon it. And I feel horrible about it, because you have two communities. I don't want to say it here in the live stream, because I don't want to, because we're live on YouTube. But basically, there's two big communities. We all know what they are. And sometimes the communities, they can't seem to do this. There's always like this.
Yes.
And it's a shame. And it's really, really a shame that everybody just can't come together as one and just connect as one.
Yes.
But I don't want to say the big communities on the live stream, because I don't want to create drama.
Exactly. So Biggie Z, you're just learning about this whole situation, the topic, and Kelly's channel. So now he's in a situation where there's been so much of the negativity surrounding the drama between these two channels that it made us all, and I'll be honest, I was one of them in there. I felt uneasy. I was like, okay, I'm feeling mighty uneasy about all of this going on. Like, why I don't want to be subjected to this. And I fell back off of Kelly's channel because of what other people were doing. Mm-hmm. So what is his next step from a male perspective? Because a female perspective, we do it differently. I'll tell you guys that now. Well, we're real catty.
Yeah, like with the claws, right?
I'm kind of the exact opposite. I don't do any of the drama stuff. When people bring things to me, I just ignore it, and I tell them, look, I just really don't want to hear it. Obviously he does look like a very positive person and stuff. So just keep positive, keep doing your thing and stuff. If this was a mistake for you, hey, you learn from your mistake, move forward, keep going, keep nurturing the community you're in, and try to join going into other communities and stuff. And it sounds like you shout out to the channels and you're positive. And that's the way to do it. Personally, like I said, we're lucky enough that we belong to a great community of people who really help out a lot. And I try to, when I have time, branch out and go to communities that I'm not part of and get to know those people and stuff like that. But yeah, you're a very positive person, so just keep doing what you're doing. Nurture the community you're in, right? Cross-pollinate the other social medias that you use, and bring them together so they can go to whatever platform that you're using. You know,
Yes, exactly.
only on 2 platforms now. I'm thinking about going to Facebook. I don't really want to invest too much time into the social, into this is kind of a hobby for me. So I'm not expecting to make any money off of it and do anything like that. Just do it for fun, you know? So that's the other thing. Define your goals. What are your goals? Are you just here to have a good time and meet new people? That's one thing. If you want to try to make money on it, then that's a whole other ball of wax.
Different
You know?
ball game.
Exactly. All right, so we have another guest in there. I'm going to assume it's Nitro Freak before I go back there. We keep this panel completely positive, completely positive. I'm going to give that disclaimer out there, and then I'm going to bring in this amazing guy into the panel. Hey, Nitro Freak.
Hey, how you doing, Nitro?
What's going on, guys? I'm just intrigued by the conversation. That's why I wanted to come up and see what your guys' thoughts on all this kind of stuff is, because I love engaging with other creators when the topics of buying and boosting and marketing and all that comes into play. So let's
give a little bit of the backstory here. So Kelly Caldwell bought subscribers, and he moved his channel into being what we call it, a shout out channel, because you connect channels with channels. So a shout out channel per se. So he moved his channel into being a shout out channel. Nitro Freak, who I like I said, I stepped back and tried to watch this as best I could. Nitro Freak and Kelly Caldwell at once were cohesive. They did things together. They did streams together. They were YouTube friends, we'll call them. Thank you for the 100 and so people that are in here to listen to this. I appreciate you. I know Nitro Freak brought some people in. I know Kelly Caldwell brought some people in. Big EZ Slots. I appreciate all of you guys being here. So then what happens is, Nitro Freak, you have to give us the rundown on the interest in Kelly Caldwell's purchased subscribers. I have to know.
Well, this is what happened. Most know me and him started out as friends, and then we had a following out. I have a very big community, and a lot of people take my advice on how to grow and build a YouTube channel. I've been doing this for a long time. I've taken a lot of small channels, got them monetized. I've even got channels that have built their way bigger than what I am today, strictly off of my advice. So with Kelly at the time, well, he is still today, I guess what you would call an I help you grow channel. I'm sure you guys are familiar with those kind of channels where what Kelly does is just run a stream where all he does is people come in, he drops their links, and in the hopes that everybody's gonna sub to one another. He gets subs that goes up. Everybody else that connects to him, you know, their subs are going to go up. And that's what he did. But when a lot of people started seeing his streams and his content, the views and everything did not correlate with the amount of subs that he had as a creator. So it kind of raised some eyebrows. So a bunch of us that were following him and supporting him, we actually thought that the 23,000 subs that he had, we figured, well, this guy must be a really big channel. He's got over 20,000 subs. But when we're looking at his content, it didn't jive. You got, let's just cap it at 20,000 subs. You got 20,000 subs, but on an average, you can only get 100 to 200 views. You do a live stream, you're lucky if you get 10 people on a good day, but a 6 to 7 average. Anybody that's been in YouTube for years, you have 20,000 subs, you should have well over, at the bare minimum, of 100 plus people in your live streams. If you have 20,000 subs and they're all supporting what you do and they follow you as a content creator, you should not have 6 to 7 on an average. Your views on your videos should be in the thousands regardless. So what was happening with him is when he does his live streams, a lot of people started asking him, how is it you got this many subs, but you don't get any views, you don't get anybody in your channel? Well, what had happened is when we started following Kelly a lot closer and coming more into his streams and following him and giving him the support, he started telling everybody that his channel was totally organic and legit.
Okay.
And a lot of people knew it was not.
Okay.
But he realized in the end, he came clean about it. He actually did a panel with me and came out and told everybody, I fraudulently built my whole channel. It was all bought. I was doing this. I was doing that. So what happens is, as a content creator, when you host a live feed and you're telling your viewers that you're 100% legit, you earned everything the right way, when you say that on a daily basis, then you're going to have people that are going to naturally believe you, because why would they think you're being dishonest? It's not till they start seeing the inconsistencies. When you look at, oh God, what the hell's the website? Hold on, I'm trying to think of it.
Oh, the website.
Social Blade.
Social Blade.
Social Blade.
So when you go to someone's Social Blade, you can clearly see what's going on in a channel. If you know how to read Social Blade, it will tell you. Most of us as creators that have been in YouTube, we know YouTube is a grind. It is not easy to get big. And in fact, even if you have great content, most creators are lucky if they can get monetized in a year or 2 years. Most people, on an average, if you have a very small community and a small following, you're only naturally, if you're not venturing out and meeting other people and you're just staying within your own channel, you're going to naturally get maybe 5 to 10 subs a day if you're lucky. We saw Kelly. That's getting a little low for the slot community. So is this niche specific? Yes, like with the I Help You Grow streams. In Kelly's situation, he was getting anywhere from 600 subs a day to 1,500. That is like so hard to do in YouTube today. And everybody knows that. And that's what happened with me and him. I tried letting him know that, hey, man, we know what you're doing. It's not a good idea that you're using in a false pretense that your channel is 100% organic, because it's not. Just be honest and tell people what you're doing. See, in his situation, I don't know if you know the background, he got caught up in the whole thing where we all know there's content creators out there that charge money for creators to grow. Right. And a lot of what these channels are, they're not for you as the creator. They're out for the money that you're giving them. And in Kelly's instance, he can tell you from his own words, he fell into that. And it destroyed his channel, because what he was doing is, I'm not going to bring any of the names up to bring attention to anybody, but there were certain groups out there that he was paying large sums of money to. And we're not talking small amounts. We're talking large amounts that he was paying for return, gaining support. Okay. And what I mean by support, people to be coming into your live feeds to make it look like you have a lot of people visiting your streams. That wasn't happening to him. He was paying money to what they call angel accounts. And angel accounts on YouTube, for those of you that don't know what angel accounts are, they are paid people. You pay them money and they will come and sit in your stream and make it look like you have a lot of people viewing. The problem with angel accounts is you're giving all your money to them. Yes, they will come and leave comments on your video, but they will not watch your content. And we all know, as content creators, you only get paid through YouTube through your ads and the amount of views that your channel gets. If you're getting no views on your content, you are not earning any revenue unless you are lucky enough to have a good community that is super chatting you large sums of money like crazy. And not everybody's that fortunate to do that. I can bring in on an average on my channel with really good super chats. I can hit the $1,000 a month through YouTube or through my just regular earned revenue, 500 to 600 just off of what I do. For most creators, that is really good. Not everybody is fortunate to make that kind of money because not everybody out there is going to throw you $200, $300, $400, $500 in a super chat on one stream. You get somebody that does that.
One moment, let me interject really quick.
Go ahead.
I don't want to miss these people. Let me just welcome in Classy Little Dutchie, Barbara C. Appreciate you guys being here. Keith Jenkins, appreciate you being here. Goldie One, my girl, appreciate you being here. I'm going to need your mod assistance today. Okay, we're back. Here we go.
But with that, what a lot of us were trying to do is get Kelly to come clean, come straight out of that, and get rid of paying people your hard-earned money to grow. There are many ways to grow a community and grow your channel without paying a dime. I've done it for the 5 years that I've been in YouTube. I've never paid.
You've been here on YouTube for 5 years, or plus on another channel?
On this channel alone that I have now, 5 years. But I've been on YouTube before that with other channels. But I've never had to pay a single dime to a soul for support. My content, the way I carry myself and speak on my live feeds, draws a very good crowd. I'm a natural speaker and a talker. Retired military. I'm used to being in large groups of soldiers making presentations. So for me to speak in front of a YouTube channel on a live is second nature to me. It's very easy to do. So not everybody.
The military service. Thank you for your service, fellow vet
Thank
here.
You.
So thank you for your service. I'm U.S. Air Force. So what's your numbers? Because you really came down hard on Kelly. So I'm wondering, like, are you a huge channel that really did damage to Kelly's channel as you kept?
No, it wasn't me that did damage to Kelly's channel. He did his own damage. See, that's what I don't think you know. Kelly, do they know anything about this story?
No, we don't know. We're in a whole different niche. But level up. It was brought to my attention as it was going on from another one of our supporters. She's like, "Hey, click into this and take a look at this," and I did. And so I was like, okay. So I don't know the background. I only know the last month and a half.
What's happened is when Kelly did have good numbers and views, it's all because he was paying people. Okay. That was the only reason he was getting what he was getting. When myself and Keith Jenkins and a few others had started talking to him saying, look, you're going to lose the trust of your viewers when you constantly lie to them. You're not going to be a very trustworthy person. People are not going to follow you. What he did when he was throwing all that money out there to certain communities, they were giving him a little bit of support, but he wasn't making any revenue and getting anything in return. So really what he was doing, he was pissing his money away. Those of us that actually cared, knew what he was doing, were trying to get him to stop doing that because he wants to be the biggest on YouTube that he can be. All right. Most of us are comfortable with being here. He wants to be
the biggest I could be.
He wants to be up here through the roof. But what?
That was good, Slut Sister. I like that.
You know, I've had nothing but love for you, man. We've spent the last 2 months on the phone every night trying to get you fixed. But the problem with Kelly that he doesn't understand is he is so hung up on YouTube. He will do whatever it takes to get to where he needs to be.
So my question is this. You're so invested in him. Are you guys related? I need to understand the investment.
Just friends. Just friends, okay?
You're friends?
Friends, okay?
I know you guys think that's kind of weird.
To some that would seem strange, but with my military background, I enjoy helping people. When I see somebody on YouTube he's only been in YouTube a year. Over 20,000 subs. Most people can't reach that in 2 to 3 years organically. And what I mean by organically, because everybody has their own term of organic to most YouTubers out there is you're not paying money to build your channel. You're not earning it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Doing it organically is just going into a live stream saying, hi, hello, my name is Kelly Caldwell. This is what I do. Check out my channel, like, subscribe, share me out, whatever. That's what most of us back in the day had started our channels on organic, introducing yourself, building a community, getting to know people, support you, you support them. What is going on in YouTube today has gotten so far out of whack for what it is today, what it started in 2005 when it was just a whole social media platform for people to talk to each other. Now it's all about money. People use it as a business, and that's fine if you know how to do it and do it in the right way. But now I could start up a channel right now this minute with 0 subscribers, and by tomorrow night, I could have 10,000 subs on it, thousands of views on one video if my pocketbook is deep enough to pay the right people to build that channel. But is that doing it organically or honestly? No, it's not.
It's not, and they're not making money, but why would I be so personally invested in what they're doing? They're not making money. They're not taking money from me because they're not making money.
I'll tell you where that fits in, because you're asking, well, if you're just friends and you're just a new YouTuber that met him, why are you so interested in this channel? Here's where this all comes to play. The things that he would say in his live streams, he was coaxing other people to do what he was doing.
Gotcha. There it is, everybody.
My community being in there listening to him, I did not want him telling my community, my smaller people, that, hey, this is what you need to do on YouTube. You need to go out. You need to super chat tons of money. Go buy subs. Go buy fake. No, that's where I drew the line. That's where I started getting really involved, because now I'm looking at a guy that sat for a whole year, boosted his whole channel and everything. Give me 1 second, guys. Are you going home? Okay, Papa, we'll see you when you come back next weekend, okay? Let me kiss him.
Okay, so the question is this. We already know what has transpired.
All right.
Now,
Love you.
how do we help your channel? And we have your friend here with us. How do we help your what do we do to help your channel move from where it is now to where it can go? Because being a shout out channel with the positivity you have, it can go places. I don't understand why people are saying the content is boring, because I don't consider myself a boring woman, but I could stay in your channel for over hours. I think I've done 3 hours with you, Kelly.
Can I ask you a question? You obviously run panels. You've been doing this for a little bit. Let me ask your advice. Being a content creator and trying to grow your channel, what kind of people would you advise other channels to target in order to get someone to grow a community? I want to get your thoughts on that, because this will come into play with Kelly.
No problem. Repeat that question again for me, though.
What would be you as a content creator? What do you do to build your channel? How do you get the following of people that you have? Do you have a specific group, channels that you target?
I use these. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a female.
Power of the female. Power of the female. Well, let's look at it from a male standpoint. I get
it. Big Easy, this question for you, because they work.
Yeah.
Let's block that out. Let's talk to a male for a second. Go ahead.
Whatever works for you.
Yeah, I think like I was telling Kelly earlier, the important thing is you have a community already. Go out, find other communities, be part of those communities and stuff. Get to learn the people, support people, and in return, they will support you. It's a slow growth, but it happens. It goes in spurts. You know, I've had times where you go a whole month and you'll get 30 subscribers, and then sometimes you'll get 100 in a week. It just depends on the content that you're putting out. You know, you have some stuff that takes off and you get 10,000 views. You have some stuff that is pretty much identical and you'll get 50 views, 100 views. For whatever reason, I don't know how the algorithm works, but my thing is try to support as many channels as I can, be an active member of the community, and then, like I say, try to grow, like I says, organically within those communities. And
So
obviously,
let me ask you this question, sir. What communities do you let me ask you this. Are both of you in the United States? You live in the United States?
I'm in the United
Yes.
States, but you know what?
Okay.
I post most of, because I'm a night bird, I post most of my stuff around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. And some of like my bigger videos, I'll get a lot of views like from Australia for whatever reason. And those seem to be the things that YouTube pushes. Because if you look at your analytics, whenever you get big views, it's because YouTube is pushing your video, right?
So would you agree if I made the statement said that if you have great content, people are going to watch your stuff and in the hopes that they would be interested in what you do and keep coming back to check out what you do?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Would you recommend doing lives and dropping content, or just going live, or mixing it up?
A mix of both.
From what I've seen, when I see channels grow really fast, it's because they're dropping content every day and they're doing consistent lives. And it seems like I think this is because of TikTok. I think that the lives on YouTube now are becoming really popular. And I think that this whole live thing is the future. This is what's taking off. This is where I see channels growing, you know, and I think that's a TikTok influence.
Kelly
100%
is saying TikTok for you. They like your energy. They're saying try TikTok. A lot of people on in the chat are telling you TikTok to start growing and move them over to YouTube.
Oh, I was doing.
But see, one of the things like with Kelly does predominantly all live feeds. He doesn't really do he doesn't have any really pre-recorded content. And that's what we've tried to make him understand, is that you can't just go live every single day because you don't have the right community following you right now to do that. That is something you can build up to. Need to have pre-recorded content as well. But now, and this is where I wanted to see what you guys thought of this, because one of the big things that I see with Kelly's channel is that he has a lot of foreigners that follow him. Okay.
I do too.
Now the foreigners that follow him are not watching his content naturally because he's an American on a complete different time zone. So what happens is when all you do is go live, when they're sleeping, naturally they're not going to be in your lives. So you're not going to have any views. You're not going to have no viewers in your live feeds. And that is really what his channel 99.9% targets, is really the Filipino community, which is on a complete different time zone than us. And this is one of this is the advice that I've always tried to give Kelly. Stop targeting all the Filipino channels. You can still support them and have them support you, but you need to also target the American channels that are out there. It just makes sense that when he does a live around 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a weekend, Americans that are up on YouTube will notice his channel and be in. You can't target people that are always sleeping. You're never going to have them come in. And that same type of community that he's targeted, he has that following only because they were bought and paid for. You see where I'm going with this? So how do you fix that and back this up? Because the big thing with his channel is he's targeting one specific community that is not even on his time zone. He's not getting any views. He's not getting anybody to come into his. If you look at his live feeds, yes, when he gets on a topic, He can speak well if he wants to. He keeps it positive. But all that positively talking and all that stuff does you no good if nobody's watching. So what do you do to get more people to come and notice you?
Well,
You follow me?
he's definitely gonna have to transition, right? Because you need to transition to the American public because that's where you're based, you know.
So
So
TikTok, Facebook. I use Facebook. I do most of
See,
my
with
posts on
that being
Facebook, and I
said,
bring them
there's
over.
something I want to say here, and this is what's been really bothering me. Now, the communities that you mentioned, Nitro, this is the thing that really, really bothers me on YouTube. Why can't just both communities just come together and be like one? I'm really bothered by that.
And by
Kelly,
the
the
way,
problem is you want
I have
everything
Filipino
to be.
cousins, so the Philippines is really big on YouTube. I have a lot of Filipino cousins.
Yes, they are, and they're very loyal and they're very supportive.
But Kelly, the problem is we're not saying that you can't have the Filipino community as support to your channel. But the problem is you have all the wrong ones that are only following you when you're paying them. How about you target some people that aren't out for your money that want to support you as a creator?
I try
I
to, but
agree
they're
with that
See,
statement.
I know it might be hard for them to understand because they don't know the best. See, Kelly's story and the situation with his channel goes very deep. There's not enough time in this live feed to really give you guys the whole background of what's going on with this. We're just
Basically, he paid a lot of money. He's got a lot of fakes on there. Now he needs to move forward, and he's at that standstill of what does he do next. Now, you're, based on your own admission, a friend of his that's seasoned in YouTube. What advice do you give him step by step from this point forward to grow his channel like you grew yours? What's your channel standing, and what do you get in life?
my advice to him has been the same for the last 3 months that me and him been talking on the phone. I told him, look, don't just do live feeds. He lives in DC. He can do a lot with DC. DC is a big area. He could get out and record the White House, the Smithsonian Museum. See, the problem is he does a live stream where he's at right now, and he just has everybody sees 4 walls of his kitchen. It's the same thing every day. You want to make content, he has the option to make content. Step out of the confines of your house just one time and try it. See,
yeah,
we've tried to tell Kelly to.
Level? Kelly, you're here. What's your comfort level stepping outside of your home? Now, let me tell you, everybody here on this Level Up Creator Support knows that I live stream from the same area. You guys know I have a medical condition and I'm limited as to how far I could go. But I also suffer from PTSD from my military service. So this is where you guys get your content now.
also you were also in the military.
And we'll ask Kelly, where's your comfort zone, Kelly?
I'm comfortable, but of course, when you're in downtown DC doing a live stream, you do have to watch your surroundings. You do have to be careful.
yeah.
Because people come up, snatch your phone. They see that you're live streaming, especially when you're near the White House. I don't even know if you're allowed to stream the White House.
You are.
Yeah, you are. Kelly, that's actually would be great to do walking tours. There are so many things in DC that people want to see that you should try to do a couple of walking tours. Maybe do one pre-recorded to get comfortable, then do a live, and just see where your numbers go. But walking tours are highly successful. There's a lot of very successful channels that's all they do is walking tours.
Kelly, I've been trying to tell you this for 3 months. This gentleman here told you the exact same thing. You have so many opportunities, my man, to grow, but you don't know what's going to happen if you don't at least try once. All I've asked you is to just, how many times, what have I always said to you, Kelly? Just try it once. If you don't like it and it doesn't work for you, try something else. But you don't know what's going to happen if you don't at least try. That's the thing.
Does Kelly get to talk? Does he ever get? Do you ever get to talk in this relationship?
It's hard.
Yeah, Kelly, let's hear from you, Kelly.
I have done some walking streams at the park, and I didn't really get a lot of engagement. And then I tried over here. a lot of people, some people like my walking streams, but it just didn't seem to really take off. But
So your
now,
comfort zone is your home, basically.
yes, I
So
don't
then
really
we
like
need to
going.
figure out, instead of trying to push you out of your comfort zone, we hear, okay, you guys in the chat, you guys are all creators here on the platform. Some of you guys have been here in excess of 25 years. I need to get your opinion on this topic and to help this gentleman to move his channel forward. What does he do when the comfort of his channel is based in the confines of his home? Because I could be in this one little corner and I'm quite entertaining, let me tell you. So I don't need to move any further than what I am. But what do you need to do, Kelly, to move your channel to the next level? Let me hear in the chats. I see you guys. Oh, also, I'm pinning your comments onto the chat. I just want to tell you that we do have Facebook. Facebook is a second platform that we are streaming to, and I will try to get your chats in. This is on slow mode, and it's coming through really, really slow. But just so you guys know, I will try to get you pinned to this panel. All right, so Big Easy Slots, Nitro Freak. What does he do that he could do within the confines of his own home to make his channel pop?
Well, I think one thing you can do is ask your subscribers that are watching you, right? Maybe choose a topic, right? So that you go into a topic. Hey, next week, our next live stream, we're going to do a topic on this. And you have them do suggestions, right? Do some research on that topic. It doesn't have to be your entire live stream, but maybe take 10 or 15 minutes to talk about a particular topic, get some education on it, some background, you know. If you are out in the streets, I mean, Washington, D.C., you can go anywhere, go to any of the monuments and stuff, get some background, get some interesting, some silly trivia facts in there. Hey, you guys didn't know this happened here, stuff like that. Just little things like that to keep them engaged. And but if you feel comfortable from home, talk to your subscribers, ask them, hey, what do you guys want to see? What should we talk about? Right? And then that they're helping you to be successful, to keep them engaged, right? And then hopefully attract more viewers that way.
Because I'll tell you this, your purpose is you want to get people to share your content out. How else are these viewers going to see you? You have subscribers that are coming in from this stream right now because you're on this panel. Perhaps you need to bring your positive energy into more panels. I invite you back. Definitely, you and I could do a one-on-one. But the other thing is this, you have so much positivity that you could take your channel any direction. You could be a motivational channel. You could be, right now you're a shout out channel. And primarily what you're doing is you're trying to shout out US creators to Filipino creators per se, because that's primarily what your following is. And a lot of US creators can't benefit from that particular connection, but you do have the platform to bring in others, Australia, UK, Canada, Mexico even. So you do have that ability. We need to start getting you shouted out. We need to start sharing out your streams and your content, and we need to start pumping you up as your viewers and your supporters. We definitely need to do that. So I learned something from this stream today, see?
Oh, that's good. I'm glad that you're learning something here. That makes me
I feel like we all do when we come onto these panels.
That's awesome. That's the thing I love about a panel. We can kind of talk things as long as it's in a positive, civil way.
So what can you and Nitro Freak do? Because he has a huge following, you said, and then you have the following that the small following because of the number situation. So what can the two of you guys do that can help build your channels together, like simultaneous, like Big Easy Slots and I? We're planning collabs and so forth because we're trying to build within our own community. What can you guys do in your community to build yourselves together? Like, he can help you, you can help him. How?
What's funny is every idea that you guys are giving him right now is everything I've been saying to him for 3 months, right or wrong, Kelly.
I wish. Never met us before.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? It's not like this is not the first time he's hearing this. There are many of us that actually care about him and are trying to help him, but we just can't figure out why he won't take our advice. Now, this is the other thing that's kind of a little problem with his channel, and I loved what the gentleman said because I've been trying to pound that same statement into Kelly's head about coming up with new topics and talking about different things. Kelly focuses on the same topics every stream. So I'm sure you would agree with me when I say, when you go visit a content creator, if they're talking about the same topic 7 days a week, where's the wow factor in that? How are you going to draw people in when they come in and what you're talking about today, you talked about yesterday, the day before that, and a week ago? It gets a little old and boring and stale. You've beat that dead horse into the ground. You got to think of new things to talk about. Your viewers are the ones taking the time out of their day to come watch you as a content creator. You got to make it fun for them. You got to make it a fun environment. You got to make them want to be there. You got to give them something new every single day.
Gamblers Unknown wants to know what's the topic every day, and so do I.
Kelly, would you like to tell them what your topic has been for?
Here lately, I've been doing, like today, I did an open chat.
Okay, but outside of the open, you
like
got to make them understand what I know, what they don't know. They're trying to help you as well. He's a growth stream.
Well, I was a growth. I am still a growth stream if people are asking me in the chat, but here lately, I've been trying to be more open to everybody. And I've been noticing that I just don't get people in my chat. So I was thinking maybe I should just go to this casino and just do a live stream playing the casino, playing the slot machines.
We embrace that.
I'm planning on doing that.
Try something different. We embrace it.
But the one thing
about the slot community is this community is quite expensive. We don't have a lot of money to buy subs or views or any of that because we spend all of our money literally, and I think 100% of the chat can agree with me, in the machines. They suck us dry. After that, we don't have money. I know I don't personally.
But if you can win,
you got money after that to go.
See, no,
it's a hobby. It's a hobby.
But see, if you play right, you can win a lot of money at the slot machines. I had a time where I won 14 times in a row. There's a way that you can win if you. There's
no way to win, or else they won't be able to build those casinos.
You will never beat the casino. It is the casinos are not built in your favor, no matter how you look at it.
I did.
They suck you in.
You can do it on short term.
Yeah.
Short term, you can win and leave, but if you continue to play, you'll get.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta know. You gotta know when to get out. Okay,
you just gotta know when to stop.
That's the thing.
You gotta know when to stop.
So Gamblers Unknown says you do get more super chats around YouTube payday going live. He's not lying. I probably super chatted more today and yesterday.
Yeah, you'll make more money at super chats than you will on your revenue. So
you get more super chats around YouTube payday going live. Here lately, I haven't really. The last time I got a super chat was like 3 to 4 days ago.
Yeah,
most of my super chats.
I on my streams and on any of that, they'll tell you on my Slot Sister page, on this channel, I don't ask and I don't push for super chats. But I did see a panel with you and Nitro was saying something different. Nitro, you were saying about the super chats and so forth. What was your opinion of that?
Super chats, you got to let them come to you. You can't make yourself seem needy or beg for money. People don't like that. It's kind of hard to put this into work because Kelly, you need to tell them kind of your situation. See, they don't know what your background is. Would you like to tell them, or would you want me to tell them? See, to make them understand what's going on, they need to know the situation that you're in. They can't make a basis opinion if they don't know your situation. Why you are primarily on YouTube.
As creators outside of your niche, we're just getting your opinion on what you would tell us as creators about super chats.
Well, see, with super chats, my advice I prefer people not to super chat, okay? And the reason is YouTube takes 30.5, almost 40% of it. To me, that's a waste of money, okay? That's a waste of money right out of the gate. But like I tell my followers, hey, I would prefer you not to super chat, but if you want to because you love what I do, then you're welcome to. I'm not asking you for it.
Yeah.
I'd really rather people not waste their hard-earned money because YouTube takes a large percentage of everything we bring in, whether
Yes.
it's from our revenue or from the super chats that we get. We all know that. If you've been in YouTube long enough and you've brought in enough money, then we already know that. But see, what Kelly's situation is, he is more into YouTube for making money than anything else because that's why he does YouTube. So naturally, he gets upset when he doesn't see the super chats coming in. And this is what I've tried to tell him. You want to get money to come in, you got to get yourself out there. Give content to people to watch. Give them something worth super chatting you for. But if you're having the same topics every day, then it's like, I could use me. If I was a new person coming into Kelly's channel, this is exactly how I would look at it because I've been there. You come in once, you see what he talks about. He does a 2-hour live stream. It's the same topic for 2 hours. Stream ends. Tomorrow, he starts up another 2-hour stream. I come in, stay for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however long I'm able to. It's the same thing. Okay, well, I haven't missed anything. And it's the same repetitive thing. You're not really missing anything because you know without even coming into his stream, you already know what the topic's going to be. His main topics are how to grow on YouTube, how to make money on YouTube, how to get super chats flowing. He's beat that dead horse for nearly a year of doing his channel because that's what it's about.
So Gamblers Unknown, I'm going to answer that question for you because just meeting these two gentlemen for the first time today, I could tell you right now, in this relationship, in this friendship between the two of you, one of you is an extreme extrovert and one of you is an extreme introvert. Can you tell me which it is? Because I can tell just in this relationship what's going on.
I can tell you like this. He can go a lot of places with his channel if he would just take the advice of those of us that have been there and grew our communities.
So do you guys live close enough where you could take him by the hand? You guys feel like buddy down the sidewalk by... No.
I wish I lived in D.C. I'm in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. So he's in D.C. I'm in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. We're not that close.
The chat is trying to get Kelly to talk now. So we're going to step back for a minute and give him a moment just to answer some questions and chat with the chat room. So Kelly, they're asking, are you an introverted person?
Meaning like that you talk a lot. I want to make sure that introvert, extrovert, because my mom used to really be into that stuff. I'm more of an outspoken person as long as I know the people I'm talking to are comfortable. But if they're uncomfortable, I'm very quiet because I pick up on people's energies. I'm very sensitive on that.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so with respect to what they're talking about, I think Gamblers Unknown asks, like, particularly, what is the topic that you give when you go live? Can you basically say that there's really not a topic just yet? Like, we haven't confined a particular topic? Is it lifestyle? Are you talking about cooking? Or is it a little bit of everything?
It's kind of a little bit of everything because I try to entertain everybody in the chat.
Okay.
And I guess I'm having a hard time with that because I get a lot of different people that come in, and I probably should get outside and do a walking stream. But every time I do a walking stream, it just I feel like people don't like it. But then see this whole thing with
the cater to the people, but you're not letting yourself resonate to the people so that they just begin to accept and follow you. See, I accepted you. And I started to follow you. That's the way you want it. You were doing Kelly. You were just doing Kelly. One day I popped into your stream because somebody said, listen, Slot Sister, you need to look at this. I was doing, basically what happened was I was doing an entire series on bullying. And I was talking about the bullies on and off of YouTube. And it was here on the Level Up. And somebody sent me an email and they said, look at these two links. And I did. And it happened to be on the same day that, Kelly, you were live streaming during the same time Nitro Freak was live streaming. But Nitro Freak's live stream, I had you guys side by side on my computers. Nitro Freak's live stream was particularly talking about your live stream as you were live streaming. And then the people in his chat that were in the chat with me were jumping over to your live streaming, saying a few things, popping out, and then jumping back over. I literally witnessed this. And so I was like, whoa. And I told the lady that brought this to my attention. I said, well, this was an interesting interaction. What's going on here? So
let me interject on that. Let me interject on that for a second.
Oh,
What happened with that was why that went on is because Kelly was getting very upset and frustrated that people were starting to see what he was doing. And Kelly had admitted what Kelly was doing in that stream was saying a lot of horrible, untruthful things about me. And he said it out of anger. And that's what brought that stream to doing that. Now, most people that
we must be talking about a stream prior to when you aired live while he was live, because when I jumped in, his content was totally ignoring all of the chats, conversation, everything. I could play it on this channel. I could play it side by side so you guys could see the same date and stuff. But you were on his channel, talking about solely his channel, and then he was on his channel doing his own thing. It was so, and I remember it so vaguely because so definitively, because I was like, this is crazy. He's totally ignoring everything that these people are coming over saying, and then he just kept going with his live stream. I had never seen anything like it.
But it was everything that led up to that prior. Yeah, it was everything that led up to that prior is what caused that. A lot of people missed a lot of that. You'd have to go back through and watch a whole lot of live streams to see what happened.
I'm gonna follow you guys that far. Like, we're jumping in now. We're seeing this. Like, what the heck is going on now? Because we're not gonna go back that far.
Yeah, it went on. It went on for a while. It did, and we had to put an end to it because it wasn't getting either one of us anywhere. But
hey guys, I'm gonna have to step out. I have another engagement I got to get to. But it was a pleasure talking to you, Kelly. Hopefully you make the changes you need to make and you continue to grow and stuff. Listen to your buddy there. He's actually kind of supporting you and trying to push you along to expand a little bit. I hope things work out for you, and I'll check out your channel and support you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Big Easy Slots, everybody in the chat, I just want to say happy birthday to Big Easy Slots.
All right. Thank you very much. You guys have a great day.
You too, sir.
Enjoy your birthday. Being here.
He's stepping out for his birthday dinner. So let me move this around. But go. So there was so much more history before I jumped on, apparently.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can move this. I need to make you guys bigger. Did I do it? Nope, I did it the other way. And okay, so from that history, you guys rekindled your friendship, and now how do we help Kelly get to where he needs to be, though? I'm still asking that same question because I don't think I've heard it just yet.
I think personally what Kelly needs to do is what I've been telling him for months. He needs to revamp his channel for the better. The whole I help you grow stream stuff is not working for him. He sees that. Everybody that's viewing him is telling him that. And that's what I told him. I said, sometimes if you're not going to listen to me, then you need to pay attention to what the people in your chat are saying, because they're the ones that are watching you on a daily basis. I come into his channel every time he does a live feed, and I support him the best way I can. But it's not just me that makes up his whole channel. It's all the other people that are taking the time out of their day to watch him. But it's just the same repetitive stuff every day. Recently here in the past couple of days, he's now got people telling him that, hey, your stuff is boring. You have nothing interesting to talk about. This is why people are not coming in. So, when you got your viewers telling you that, I can tell you like this, for me personally, if there was ever a day that my followers came in and said, you know what, Nitro Freak, your stuff lately. I don't know what's going on with you, but it's horrible and it's boring. I just can't sit here through a 2-3 hour live stream and watch this. There's nothing exciting about it. I'm going to sleep. If my viewers are telling me that, that's when I know it's time to make a change for the better. I better start coming up with some interesting conversations. I need to start meeting more new people, start dropping better content, because that's what YouTube's all about. If whatever you're doing at that point in time is not working for you, then you need to change it and make it work for you. Otherwise, you're just going to be going down the same road with the same content, the same conversations, the same presentations that you're making. In Kelly's situation, he's trying to make money, but you can't make money on revenue if nobody's viewing your content or your streams. So what do you do to change that? My opinion, give them something they've never seen before. Talk about something you've never talked about. If you are comfortable and able to get outside your house, go record videos on whatever's out there that you've never brought to your channel before. Give them something new and exciting.
So what about panels? You know what? Actually, let me take a moment. Nitro Freak, you have so much information for him, and you guys talk every day. I'm going to take a moment. Thank you so much for being here, Nitro Freak. I'm going to bounce Kelly on for just a minute, and then we're going to chat in with the chat room. We want to see what the chat has as suggestions, because my hour has already come and gone. I can't believe that. The other thing is, I want to ask the chat. I'm getting text messages that you guys froze up about 15 minutes ago. So are you guys all here, or are we frozen?
No, I see you good on my end.
I see and hear you fine. I just got the microphone muted because there's this loud beeping outside the door, and I'm trying not to disrupt your live stream.
No, yeah, we're okay. It's just some of my family members are texting me that it's frozen, and they're in 2 different states. So I'm wondering. All right, so anyway, if you guys have not already subscribed to these 2 channels, please jump over to Nitro Freak, NitroFreak. He does he does a little bit of everything, to be honest with you. But he worked, as you can see behind him, he's got a lot going on. So jump over to his channel, support. If you have not already, if you have not seen some of the shout outs I've done, please jump over to Kelly Caldwell, who is connecting channels with channels. Kelly Caldwell, KELLYCALWELL. We definitely want to push these channels out. There's enough space for all of us. Definitely enough space for all of us on here. Nitro Freak, once again, thank you so much for jumping on the panel. Appreciate you.
No problem.
Okay, so Kelly, as we exit Nitro Freak, I need to tell you, the chat is going wild over suggestions for you. They have suggestions.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, so we missed a few of them, but basically you and I at once were talking about doing panel discussions like we're doing right now, you and I could bring my tatas if you need a couple of them for a day or so. What do you think about doing the panel discussions with some of your supporters, maybe some of your members?
I like that. I had a panel that I was wanting to do, and I thought it would really be good. Was my my top tier members, Panay Life USA and Rochelle Vlogs USA.
Yes.
Because Panay is my VIP. I always share her out on my community center. And
Panay shares you out. I see her. She is one of the individuals I met on Facebook. Yeah.
We share each other out because she's my VIP and I'm her VIP. And we just kind of support each other, and we try to help each other. And then she tries to help people too. And
and Nitro Freak, he says panels are where it's at. And you could actually make a list of topics. Somebody had mentioned it, and I'm not taking this advice. It came from the chat, but as they were chatting it up, we still had the panel going. They were saying that you could make a list of topics and jump over to your community page to see who takes what, kind of do like a poll of what topics to address on your channel.
Okay, I was just reading the chat here. Okay, I was kind of reading the chat here. One second here. Honestly, Kelly hasn't really solid any of us on checking out his channel. Um,
Well, be
okay, so
careful which of those chats we use. I have bullies in my chat too.
okay, I'm in your chat. I'm in your chat right now.
Yeah, be careful of what comments you read on there. There's some
Oh,
rough ones.
okay. Yeah, that's why. Okay.
I'm trying to move up. It was so
Well,
far
maybe
up
I'll
the
let you
stream,
say
I
it.
think.
I don't. I'd rather you do that. I don't. I don't want to say it.
I love it. No, basically, they were saying that doing the walkabouts is a good idea. And then there were some people in the chat that were saying that there's a lot of walking channels out there. I haven't seen a lot of walking channels, but I do know that I subscribe to walking channels because I'm not from your area, and people would like to see what's going on out in your area. But if it's too uncomfortable, that's understandable.
Yeah, I was gonna do that. If a lot of people start asking me to do that, I'll go like into Georgetown. I just have to get the right vlogging thing where you have the vlogging stick and you go around. I probably I should do that because I do live right in DC. If a
And
lot of
then the other
people,
thing, what are your passions? Do you love cooking? Do you love eating? Can you do like, not the mukbangs, but pretty much the converse with me while I chow down?
yeah, I was doing that when you were in my stream. I was
Today, yeah, you
doing
did it today. That was fun because I went and grabbed my drink and my food and was like, okay, let's do this.
that because before I was doing the grow stream, but now the thing is everybody is everybody is connected to each other. So for some reason I'm not getting new people in my chats. I'm like, but of course I stopped running around doing all the super chats. I used to run around and I used to do all the super chats, and then I stopped doing it because what I was getting in revenue, I was just sending it right back out. So in the end, I wasn't keeping nothing.
Yes. And they're
And that,
saying that the walkarounds are doing really well. They mentioned one of our US, she's based in New York, Yoann. She's one of our community supporters, and she does walkarounds in New York. I think Danny D, she goes live every day, right? Doing a walkaround. That's another thing because you can still shout out the channels while you're just even if you were in a still position, because like I said, I suffer from PTSD. So there's times when I have to stay home. I try to get to casinos when I can, but when I'm having an episode, I have to stay at home. So when I do that, what happens is I have a still position. I'll go down to like a nearby lake and I just have the camera on the lake and I'm over there just supporting everybody and just jumping on. That's what I do on my other stream because I do have a shout out channel just like yours. And that's exactly what I do. The positioning is on the lake, on the ducks. It's giving them something else to watch other than, you know, it's just giving them a little bit of variety. So that's an option.
the lake,
And
I like to be at the lake. We have a lake down here. I could do that. I have thought of that. Because now that it's getting a lot colder outside, I think I will do that. Go outside and do it. Because normally I used to do my live streams in the car because I like to be in the car. Because sometimes when I do my live streams, I don't realize it. I get really loud. I talk really loud. My voice carries because that's just kind of the way I am. That's why I usually do my live streams in the car. Because if I'm in the mall or something or somewhere there's a lot of people and I start talking loud, people are like, oh, wow. Because my voice carries. It doesn't sound like it carries now on this stream, but when I start live streaming, my wife has told me, like, hun, you really get really loud sometimes. And then I don't realize it until she tells me that.
So so that's the thing. I mean, I'm sure Nitro Freak has given you all these ideas, but he reminds me of my friend. So I have a friend and she's amazing. We've been friends for I'm about to give my age out, but we've been friends for over 40 something years. No joke. And because we have such a connection, we just vibe off of each other. But she's super, super, super extroverted, meaning that she's constantly talking. And so when I'm with her and I'm a talker, when I'm with her, I scale back because we both can't be talking at the same time. But equally, when she's giving me advice and crap, it's great advice. It's just, I scale it off because the heifer's always talking. And I scale off good advice from her. So I can see the relationship, and I see that that's possibly, you're probably hearing the exact same thing from us that you heard from Nitro Freak. It's just coming differently because he's your friend for a while, and you just met me for the very first time today. So
I've watched your channel and I've given you
oh,
nice
thank you.
and I appreciate you being my member. And thank you for the super chats before. I really appreciate that.
Most definitely. Like I said, I always engage with the positive channels because there's so much negativity out there on just this platform. There's so much stuff going on that it's good to eventually bounce out of that and tap into no drama, positivity. Let's keep it going. And you're just so soft spoken, and I don't get that very much in where I am. So I appreciate your streams. I love them. And like I told everybody here, I really encourage you to jump over to Kelly Caldwell. He is tagged in the description, and support. Watch a couple of videos, give your advice on it. He could definitely, he'll definitely encourage the advice from you and the connection. We always love when you leave comments. Please leave comments on this video even after the live stream is over, because that engagement is important to creators. So everybody's asking, are we going to see a live from Kelly Caldwell in the DC area?
Yeah, if a lot of people are wanting me to do that, I'll do it.
Okay. Well, I see that there's supporters here inside of the chat that are they're asking if there will be a DC live from Kelly Caldwell. So, and I know I would love to see that myself. There's support.
Okay. Well, everybody's been telling me to do that, so I can go down to one of these museums and or near the White House and film that, and then just kind of walk there and see everybody what they think about it.
There you go. You got support. Golden One says, just do it. Just do it. We're rooting you on.
When the weather's nice, it's not hot, and then I can just start doing a walking stream, and then I can show everybody thing, and then walk around the corner. And
yeah,
I've never done that. Everybody's
TMP
told me
slots, TMP slots, you acting up. No, she said she thought I was a youngster. Now I'm giving away my age. Danny D says he should definitely hook up with Yo Ange, and I'm sure she'll give you advice. Yo Ange has done amazing. She could carry 300-400 in her stream at any given time.
Oh, wow.
So I definitely recommend connecting with Yo Ange on YouTube and just conversing with her. She always is willing to give out information to small YouTubers and growing YouTubers.
Is she in the chat right now, Yo Ange?
Yeah, Yo Ange, I'm not sure if she's here today because I went live a little earlier. I went live about 3 hours earlier than I normally do. But if she is in the chat, she'll reach out to you. She'll have the link in there. Spanglish Slut said, Slut Sister, thanks for sharing this important topic. Moral of the story, buying subs, not a good return on your investment. Let me tap into that because Spanglish Slut, you are so right about that. But not only that, let me tap into something that I recently learned. I didn't recently learn it. I was holding it on for another video. Everybody wants to know how to get the algorithm to push you out. The thing about me is I have as many channels as I have on YouTube because some I use as a sampling channel to see what works and what doesn't work. So I have a channel on YouTube that has about 100 and maybe 130, 140 subscribers. I posted a video on that channel. No, excuse me, I posted it on my other channel first. So there's another channel that has about 2,000 subscribers. I posted a similar video. They weren't same content because I didn't want them to pick up that it was similar content. But what I did is I posted a similar video on one channel that had 2,000 subscribers, and I posted another video of the same content on the other channel with 100-something subscribers. YouTube, the algorithm, picked up the channel with 100-something subscribers, and that video, the same video with the 2,000 that has 800 views, has over 5,000 views on it on the 100 subscriber channel. The reason this is because out of my 100 and so subscribers, almost 90% of those subscribers watched that video and left a message on that video. So now YouTube is realizing that the people that are on my channel, on that one very, very small channel, really did want to see that content. And they pushed that video out to see how many more would catch on to that content. And it actually caught on. Whereas the same content was over here on my other channel with 2,000 subscribers, but only 800 views on it. And half of those weren't even from my subscribers. They didn't even bother to push that out. So that is exactly why we do not want to buy subscribers, because those numbers that are sitting on your channel are hurting your overall chances of the algorithm ever pushing out your content. I have to say that because I have some people that are close to me or were close to me, and I addressed them and I said, don't buy subscribers. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. And they pulled away from me because they didn't want to hear that. And I'm just like, I was trying to help you because I'm literally testing these out with all of these channels. I'm literally living the life. So definitely do not buy subscribers. I would recommend, if you're already in that situation and if you can financially do it, start over. If you bought subscribers and it was an accident and you thought it was a good thing, it's not. Start the whole doggone channel over. And do you agree, Nitro Freak, Gamblers Unknown, Spanglish Slots, would you agree? Start the whole doggone thing over. What do you think about that, Kelly? He's like, that was a lot.
No, I'm just thinking, because if you start all over and you do it all organically, it could take you forever to get monetized again. I just can't do that.
Well,
I know
what
that
you can do is you could start a second channel alongside your existing channel. Don't bring this one down yet. Start your second channel, pushing out the content that you're pushing out a little differently, and see if that channel starts to take off, because the growth can be fast. I think Nitro Freak was saying about an average of 5 subscribers per day in the slot community. You push out a video people want to watch, that number is triple that, quadruple that. So depending on what you push out, you can grow fairly quickly on YouTube. And I would be more than glad to push out your new channel to see if the shares would help. I know Panay Life USA would. I know Rochelle would. You've got some strong followers behind you that would push out that new channel to give you a second chance.
I think that's probably what I will do, because I think that's right what you're saying. But the thing is, too, and I don't try to be negative, but
Goldie One wants to know, are you getting a return on your investment? So of what you paid into all of that, into your channel, do you feel like now you're getting a return on it?
only because of Keith Jenkins.
Only because, okay.
If it wasn't for Keith,
chat, yeah.
it not really. I would get
and
some.
Keith, are you still in here, Mr. Sir Keith Jenkins? Curtis, I need to talk to him real quick. Are you still
I'd like to have him come on the panel. Are you still in the chat, Keith?
Keith Jenkins is so very supportive. He is very, very supportive. I've seen him in chats even before getting introduced to Kelly Caldwell. I saw Keith Jenkins in the chats. The thing about Keith Jenkins, and I don't know if it worked, I would love to get you on the panel if you're still here, because I want to know if that worked. This guy must drop $10,000 a month in super chats. And I don't think that's an exaggeration. I don't mean to throw his number out, but I've watched him. I've been in chats with him, and I've watched him drop some really, really big numbers. I'm no joke. He may be dropping like, I don't know, huge numbers, and he does it in different fashions. He does it in different ways, sending it different ways. I want to know, has that helped him get the support? Nitro Freak might want to jump back in. He might be able to explain that better. But did that help him get the support that he wanted?
Keith spent, I think, more than $10,000 in super chats, and if he would start live streaming, I think he could get a pretty large following. But he got to where he's at because of all the money he gave away.
Yeah.
And it was a lot. So we're always
he
telling
didn't
him.
even really buy. He didn't even really buy fake subscribers. He just bought the support basically with the super chats that he was dropping. You know, I see people that are doing that still to this day.
And that's what I did. I did what he did. I was paying for support.
You did? How?
Yeah, I was.
Can
like
I
the
dive
whole
into
thing.
a personal question? How much in a month's time did you drop buying, like actually super chatting people?
It wasn't no more than a couple $100. It wasn't that big of money because I can't afford that because I don't really have a job.
Couple hundred still. And then do you get a couple of hundred back in your ad revenues? Not Keith Jenkins super chat.
I did only because of Keith. Because of Keith Jenkins.
Gosh. But that's what this level up creator support is.
And I'll tell you the truth.
This channel's here just for this reason, because each of us creators do different things. We've learned different things, and we're bringing it forth because there's going to be 1,000 eyes that see this communication, and they're going to be like, okay, maybe I don't want to do that. That's exactly you, Kelly Caldwell, are exactly what we need here on this channel. Seriously, because we need the firsthand experience of what's happening when you do something, you know.
Because I was paying for support and I actually liked what my friend was helping me with. But the thing that aggravated me was I wasn't seeing a return on the revenue, meaning that I wanted everybody to watch my video all the way through, play the ads, share, like and share on their Facebooks, Instagram, TikTok, whatever that other site is, Reddit, Snapchat, all the what's up.
He dropped over 10 grand. Jeez.
But he wanted to get it
Nitro
done.
Freak, I need a favor out of you. I know you are so busy. I've seen your streams. You got a lot of people in your streams going crazy. I need to ask if you can make yourself available anytime next Sunday. We do our streams on Sunday. Anytime on that day, I can go live. I need to tap into that element because there are a lot of channels out there, even in our slot community, that are doing similar things to this. And I just want to tap in and get the insight to what is happening. So, okay, great. Thank you, Nitro Freak. He said anytime, he's free. I really appreciate you. I'll connect with you. I'm already subscribed because I've been lurking on all your streams. But I will connect with you and we'll get you into your own stream because this is insane to hear. Like I'm actually shocked. That's $200 doesn't seem like a lot of money to somebody, but that's a lot of money knowing that
I want to get it done. I'm tired of being where I'm at. I want to go big on YouTube.
Yeah.
I really do. And
you're ready to grow.
Yeah, I'm ready to grow, and I feel that I don't think I'm boring. I know how to talk and act on a live stream and to engage with people, and
yeah.
And okay, and that's the path that I went. My wife gets annoyed on that, but she knows that. But the thing that my wife doesn't like is she sees when I come in, goes back out. That aggravates her. My wife's right.
Yeah.
But in order to go big, sometimes you have to do that. It's like you're playing a slot machine. You put $5 in there, eventually you're going to hit $100. And if you keep playing, you might hit the jackpot. I used to play slot.
But there's times when you don't hit, and if you keep playing, you're just
right.
So
yes, that's when you have to stop. And that's why I stopped what I was doing too, because I was putting in, but I wasn't getting back the return that I was putting in. And that was the problem.
Yeah. And the thing about it, Spanglish Slot, she said, well, I don't know if this is the topic, but I think it does correlate to what we're talking about. She said the hardest part is admitting it first. I think she's referencing like the buying of the subs and the expense of the money and really wanting that look of the grand, my channel is big and all of that. But you did that. So now we're on stage 2 of this. You've
Why?
already
Oh, this
admitted,
is a good
okay, these are
question.
not my numbers. Let's move on.
This is a
How
good
do you-
question. You have your moderator, Gamblers Unknown. That's your moderator. Why are you upset with going big?
Oh, that's a good question.
Okay, I'll answer that question. 20 years ago, because now I'm a 48-year-old man. When I was 27 years old, I was in position to own my own Domino's Pizza. And at that time, I really worked my tail off to try to own my own pizza place. And then they told me I could not do it. I'm not trying to go off a topic here, but in that time, I felt I had what it takes to own my own pizza place. I had the money to start a franchise. So they told me, no, you can't do it. You don't have the mental capacity. So I got really upset about that. I never forgot that experience. So then I vowed one day, I said, there will become a day that I'm going to get back what I was supposed to get about 20 years ago. So then when I started doing YouTube, I thought I can do all this on YouTube. You can have the life that you're meant to have and not have the life that you're told to live.
Oh, you mean like make the money, okay.
Yeah, like
Okay.
Brian Gamble's. Brian Gamble's a big YouTuber. He does well. I want to be like that at least.
Okay.
I like him, Brian. I mean, just for example, Brian Gamble's.
Yeah. I mean, he makes good money, but he makes more money off of the things he does off YouTube than, well, I can't say too much about it, but
I know.
It's not YouTube itself that's bringing exposure, but the money's coming elsewhere. So it might be a little challenging to make that kind of money on YouTube per se.
Well, if you look at Logan Paul and KSI,
okay.
I mean, for example, I shouldn't compare it to them because they're big YouTubers. Okay, but let's talk about Infinite
With
Waters.
big personalities. They have personalities even I can't measure up to.
Right. Like now, do you ever watch Infinite Waters on YouTube? Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters.
Oh no. Anybody
He has
like
over
that?
2 million subscribers on his YouTube channel. He basically talks about living your greatest version in life. He talks about the law of attraction, manifestation. Have you ever heard of Robert Zink?
Okay, yes. Okay.
Robert Zink. Now, Infinite Waters, he's bigger than Robert Zink.
Okay.
But now, Infinite Waters has been on YouTube since 2007. So he's been on YouTube for 15 years. So eventually, I want to be like Infinite Waters. You get at least 1 million subscribers.
Okay, I get it.
But of course, you have to have the right type of people around you.
And the right content. Look at his content.
Yeah. Infinite Waters, he just talks to people and people follow him.
Yes. But
2 million
off
subscribers.
Camera, look what he does. He does the same thing on camera that he does off camera. Like that's he's perfected it. That's his profession.
But you know who I'm talking about, Infinite Waters?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm looking at I just looked it up and I was like, the name sounded familiar. I just had to make sure I knew who I was talking. So yeah, but I'm looking and I'm like, but that's his profession. That's what he does.
Well, that's where I'm trying to be. Eventually, I would like to get there.
Yeah.
But if I can't get around the right people, I don't know if that will happen.
And that's where your friend Nitro Freak comes in because he's got something right about it then. If you're trying to reach those type of numbers, you're going to have to get USA followings. It's inevitable because there's no way you can't connect with the customs, the culture, and everything going on over there in the Philippines.
But see, the thing is, like my wife, she's from the Philippines, and then my friend that I was working with is also is from the Philippines.
Yes. Okay.
And
Keep
she
talking.
has a
One
very
moment.
large.
I'm live streaming, and somebody is at my door.
Okay, so I'm kind of reading the chat here. It has nothing to do with the right people. It's to do with you and the people aren't connecting with. Well, yeah, Gamblers Unknown, and that's what I'm not getting because I live stream every day and people are just not really.
Okay, I'm back. My dog has gotten out and has run loose. So those of you following my other channel, you know I have a new puppy and the neighbors are all trying to find him and catch him. So that was them. Okay, so you were saying about the channel and the grandeur, the big channel, the huge channel.
Well, now this one channel, that's how Infinite Waters grew. When I first started watching him back in 2000, let's see when this was, because now we're in 2022. I started watching Infinite Waters back in, give me a second here, let me go back. I think 2016.
Okay.
He only had 50,000 subscribers.
Okay.
So now 6 years later, he has 2.3 million, 2 million subscribers on his YouTube channel.
Yes.
So what happened is with him, he kept doing what he's doing, and he found people that were trying to promote his channel. And I know the bigger YouTubers, they have people that will do it for them because they like them, they believe in them. And I think that's what's going on with me. If I had the right type of people that came in my chat and they saw what I was doing, they'd be like, oh, okay, then they can market for me.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's, yeah. And
So
that's
how
not
do
happening.
you get to that point? And I think the way that you get to that point is you bring your wonderful personality onto a brand new channel that doesn't have all of those numbers that are knocking you up, because you're not going to hit the algorithm. Kelly, at this point, there's no way for you to hit the algorithm. You have 20,000 subscribers, and at max, I think I've seen maybe 35, 40 people in your live. That's at max. That's not going to hit the algorithm for you. So now you're in it. Now there is a service out there that will remove inactive subscribers from your channel. I will add that link to this stream. There is a service out there that will actually remove subscribers from your channel. Yes, they find the inactives, the ones that have not touched your video whatsoever.
Really?
And they'll remove them for you.
Oh, okay.
Now that is another option.
I'm interested in that.
Okay,
I never heard of nothing like that.
Pin that link to the description of this video once we end this video, because that is an option for several people. There are individuals out there that remove inactive subscribers.
Okay.
They can go in and manually, I don't know how they do it. They block them. I don't know what they do, but if they're not watching my stuff, I don't want them on my subscribers.
Well, yeah, there's no point for them to be there because people know, and that's annoying. But how much would it cost to do something like that?
Now, would your whole sub count be gone? Be honest right here with us. If you did something like that, would 20,000 followers be gone? You're in a safe space right now.
That's a good question. Because when I had that done, they were telling me that they were real active subscribers.
Yeah. Well, that's how they get everybody, honestly. And you're not the first. You won't be the last. Hopefully more people will see this stream and it'll curve it, but it's not going to stop.
That is
well,
interesting.
Let's see. Let's get the link. We'll see what the pricing is, and let's see if it's worth it to remove them, because the whole goal is to try to get the algorithm to push you out. It's not to have big numbers sitting on your channel. It's to get the algorithm to pull you out. The big numbers are to try to trick subscribers into believing it's a big channel, and then they come and join the channel chat just to find out there's nobody there, and then they leave, and then you only got a 3-minute view, so we don't want that. We want it the other way around, where we remove all that unnecessary and we grow the channel through the algorithm.
See, when you first started this live stream, you had 100 and I think 30 people in this. Yeah, it was a lot. I was like, whoa. I saw that.
You guys brought that in, though. I'm not sure. On an average on this stream, I normally have 40, 50 people. So I'm assuming you and Nitro Freak and Big Easy, because I saw a lot of his followers in the chat at first, brought that.
I was like, wow. My eyes got kind of big. I was like, oh.
See, and me, I look at the numbers and I'm not excited about it. I appreciate everybody that's here, and they know I do. They know I appreciate every single one of you. And Scotty H. Down, thank you for jumping in. I didn't even see you here. They know I appreciate every single one of them that's here. But if I have 100 people in my live stream, if they're not chatting and communicating and engaging and really, really supporting, I'm not impressed with, I'm not happy with the numbers. I'm not impressed. I'm impressed with the 17. Does it say 17 right now? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
20. I'm impressed with the 20 people that are here, and the 7 or so that are on Facebook. I'm impressed with you guys because you're actually chatting, engaging, and invested into what the conversation is. I'll be happy right there.
I was messaging Panay Life USA right now, and I was trying to ask her if she wanted to come on the panel.
Well, we're almost at an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
We're
I'm
gonna
sorry.
end this
Okay,
panel.
I'm
But
sorry.
Kelly, I want to, as I did with Nitro Freak, I definitely want to get him onto his own panel. But I would like to invite you, Panay Life, Rochelle, and a couple of the others that we know from the Philippines. I would like to invite you guys back here onto the Level Up, not only to promote your channels, but to promote what you guys do with connecting channels together. I think it's a beautiful thing. You have a really, really great niche. I appreciate you for that. And I'd like to see you back on the Level Up if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, I would love to. I love to. I enjoyed this. Thank you for having me on here. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, so just so you guys know, once again, please subscribe to the guests that were here today. Kelly Caldwell, thank you so much for being here. His link is in the description. Please, please subscribe and support to him. We're going to remove all that excess. But while we do that, we want to build his numbers up with those of us that do really want to support the positivity he brings. Thank you so much, Kelly.
Well, thank you, Slot Sister. You going to end now?
Yeah, so I'll take you off the stream, but I'm still going to be talking. So stay
Okay.
tuned.
Okay, I'll see you later. Thank you for having me.
Okay, you guys. Thank each and every one of you guys for being here right now. Let's talk about a few things because this is happening in every niche that I have personally seen myself. Buying the subscribers do not help whatsoever. Buying the views do not help whatsoever. It does not help your finances at all. You're just giving money to the system, and giving money to the system is not going to build your bank. It's just not designed that way. New YouTubers that are jumping on, you're going to jump onto this stream because you're going to see the thumbnail and you're going to say, oh, I want to know about buying subscribers because you want to grow big fast. Big fast is not the way to do it. I had even gone in and used the services to remove subscribers from my account because I didn't want inactives sitting on my page. It didn't make sense for them to just sit there. They were throwing all of my content out of the algorithm, and it was just damaging the whole channel as a whole. It's just not the best thing to do. So if we've learned anything from this live stream today, and the future live streams to come regarding this topic, buying the subscribers, there are no pros. They're all cons. There's no pro. And if we were to really, really fish really hard to try to find one, it would be simply just to boost your own personal ego, because those numbers mean nothing to anybody else but yourself. It's padding your numbers. It means nothing to anyone else. So if you are thinking about buying subscribers, and I think the chat will agree with me for the most part, don't do it. Don't do it. Take the time, invest the time to get the numbers however you choose to do it outside of buying and paying for them. Shout out yourself on all those social media platforms. Drop links everywhere if you want to do it that way. Do a billboard on the side of the freeway, for goodness sake. But do all of that before you invest $500 into buying and paying for people to support you. You don't want to do that. It's a bad habit. You don't want to get into it. So let's go into the chat and see what we got here. Cindy A, great live stream. Thank you so much for being here, Cindy A. I appreciate you. They found my puppy. Yes, and now he wants to jump into the live stream. Not going to happen. You're on punishment. You're done. You're done. Okay, sorry. Nitro Freak, once again, cannot wait to get you your personality with my personality. I personally can't even wait to see that stream. So cannot wait to get you back onto the Level Up stream. TMP Slots, thank you so very much for being here. Cindy A, Goldie One, Chef Sean, that is Nitro Freak's like biggest supporter. I appreciate you being here, Chef Sean. I've seen you in all of the streams. I just appreciate Gamblers Unknown, Spanglish Slots, everybody that's still here hanging out with me. Danny D, the super supporter. Oh my gosh, did I miss anybody? If I did, I apologize. I thank you guys, TMP Slots, for being here on this stream. And I hope that it ignites a conversation in our community and outside of our community, and just the YouTube platform itself, about buying subscribers and the best way to avoid doing that. I will see you guys, which is going to be an interesting one. I hope Nitro Freak's on the next one. I want him back with Keith Jenkins. Keith Jenkins, if you're still here. Chris and Loose Lots, thank you so much. If you guys are still here, I would love to do a live stream with you guys. That would be incredible. So I will see you guys on the next Level Up. Get over here.